for over 14 years now, and I'm responsible for the access control division. I'm here with my colleague and an industrial expert, Zaki bin Yahya from Idemia.
Thank you, Junaid. So as said Junaid, my name is Zaki bin Yahya. I'm the regional sales manager within Idemia, in charge of the biometric devices for the Middle East region. Today, Idemia and Nedap, together, we are going and we will try to achieve how we can recommend you the best and the most adequate system that should be deployed in an access control solution during this context of pandemic situation. Junaid?
All right, thank you, Zaki. Just an overview of the topics that we are going to cover today. A brief introduction about our companies, current challenges faced by organizations, what are the best practices that can be adopted by organizations to keep them safe and secure, and how best of breed integrated technologies can add a value and ensure the business continuity. Now, we have also prepared some poll questions. Of course, we are not going to share the identity, so please feel free to share your opinion and at least select one option and give us your feedback. Now, a brief introduction about Nedap. Nedap is a leading manufacturer of RFID technology. It's a public listed company founded in 1929. So from the last 91 years, Nedap is offering its innovative solutions in the market. In Nedap, we have 7 different business units, and today we are going to speak more about Nedap Security Management. In Nedap Security Management, we offer world-class access control system called EOS. EOS is the first software-based access control system in the world. EOS is a single platform which gives you an option to combine employee, contractor, and visitor management into one platform. A wide range of integrations are available with different biometric systems, wireless systems, key cabinet system, video management system, mobile solutions, and much more. The 2 key aspects of EOS are flexibility and security. Flexibility in the terms how easy you can integrate other systems to it, such as time attendance system, ERP system, SAP system, and etc. And the security in the term that how a security system is handling or against a cyber attacks. We have a built-in end-to-end security module as a part of access control, which ensure that the systems stay against cyber attacks. We are going to discuss more in the coming slides. Here I call again Zaki to come and to tell us a little bit more about Idemia.
Thank you, Junaid. So, a short introduction about who is Idemia. Indeed, Idemia is the merge between 2 companies, Morpho in one side and OT in the other side, in order to create the world leader in augmented identity. Idemia Identity and Security is a French company based headquarters in Paris, employing more than 15,000 employees with more than 80 nationalities and serving clients around the world in more than 180 countries. Let's go quickly today in different solutions that Idemia is providing, either in the governmental sector or private or corporate sector. Idemia has 5 to 6 business units. However, today we are going to see together few systems or few biometric solutions. Indeed, Idemia is managing the whole chain from the design till the production of the solution and the hardware. Biometric devices dedicated for access control, time attendance, along with video analytics are provided by the biometric device business unit. In the governmental sector, we can see that Idemia is able to provide secure document, criminal justice, forensic, and also border control solution. Within our other system business unit, either mobile telecom operator or the financial institution, we are able to provide systems and solutions for both sectors, such as SIM cards, eSIM, or banking cards. Now, before going into our session today, we would like to invite all of you to use the Q&A tab to ask any question that you would like. There's no bad question, and we will do our best to elaborate it in the time that we have today. Now, let's get into it. Junaid?
Thank you, Zaki. Now, before we get into further details, here comes the first poll question. Very easy. And the question is, where are you working from nowadays? Options are office, home, maybe a coffee shop, and a mix of anything. You have 10 seconds to answer, please, or to choose one option. I feel the results are matching our assumption. Just a few more seconds before we announce the result. Wow. So what we see, let's share our result. What we have seen, the most of the people are starting to work from office. And that's what we exactly predicted as well. After months of lockdown, and with vaccinations taking place at a faster rate, we see the life is starting to become back to the normal stage. Organizations are slowly opening their offices. However, they are also taking all the best possible measures to control the spread of virus into their organization. Security leaders are continuously engaged in implementing technologies which can help to keep their system, physical security system, cyber secure. Organizations are taking all the best possible measures along with their security leaders to ensure they implement the best technologies which can keep their environment hygiene and safe. Keeping the security is definitely a highest concern, and that is definitely a primary job of any security leader. However, in Corona, we have came to know about few additional challenges that require an answer. Challenges like limiting the total number of people who are entering in an organization, or to keep a safe distance between them. Or the challenge is to reduce the use of contact-based biometric system. Another challenge is to avoid reusing same cards, especially for visitors, or to identifying people who are having a fever, or to block access of people not wearing a mask. Now, in the past, these challenges were not usually addressed by the security system. However, in a combined environment, it may need to be addressed. And in order to keep the building secure, first we need to see who access our building. What we see, there are different users groups. Our buildings are getting accessed by employees, contractors, and even visitors. In the past, organizations prefer to use separate system to manage each user group. So there was a different access control system to manage employee. There was a dedicated contractor management systems who manage contractors, subcontractor, permit, violation, visitors, and blah, blah. And then there are different systems to manage visitors. However, in order to keep the building safe and secure, there is a strong need to combine to combine these technologies into one unified system. So you can keep record of issuing cards, tracking visitors, visiting the organization, and to implement a safety rules. Security leaders are continuously looking for an integrated solution with an open architecture, which can combine not only the user group, but also different technologies to provide one platform which can help to keep the organization safe and secure. Now, in order to keep the organization safe and secure, there are different measures can be taken. Use of touchless technology, managing visitors, the way they access the building, not allowing the people who are not wearing a mask, and other additional security measures which can help to counter those challenges, which has been mentioned in the last slide. Now, the start entry point for any building is, or the first entry point for any building is a gate, a barrier, or a speed gate or a turnstile. The access experience starts from one of these entry points. Restricting the access and to making sure the right technologies, right contactless technologies being used in these entry points are very critical. And that's why I would like to call Zaki once again to come and share some information about Idemia's contactless technologies, which is keeping the environment safe and secure.
Thank you, Junaid. So before going further, we would like to go to our second poll question. What identification methods are you using in your organization? First, access cards, PIN code, biometric, or none of them. So let's see in the coming seconds. There is a small majority that appears now. Okay, so majority of you are still using access cards, either contact or contactless technology. So today I will try to achieve or convince you why biometric and touchless biometric is the most appropriate solution in this context. So first of all, let me say that in the physical access control system, intrusion is a serious threat that can cause serious consequences. As per ASIS latest international survey, 44% of the companies are still using compromised contactless technologies. Indeed, these technologies are easy to deploy, but at the same time, they are not easy to find in your system. Second thing is even higher, or let's say, safe contactless technologies could be lost, stolen, or even in some scenarios shared. Here, where Idemia or biometric is the right solution. Indeed, biometric is something that you are versus something that you have, card, or something you know, a PIN. Now, let's, after answering this question, why biometric, let's move forward, or let's say, which biometric should be selected. Idemia, rich with 40 years experience in the biometric field, has a large range of biometric. Of course, the touchless biometric is part of Idemia range. And today, we are going to see the Morphowave Compact, which is a true touchless full-hand fingerprint 3D technology, and the latest comer, which is the facial recognition device, Vision Pass. Now, let's, before proceeding to the enrollment process itself, we agree that the biometric will provide a safe and secure solution to be deployed in an access control. Thanks to Nedap integration and seamless integration with their EOS platform, Nedap has succeeded to make sure that there will be one unique platform that the operator will use in order to add any employee or visitor. As you can see here, the operator will add a user by adding his data, information, details, or any other required information, such employee ID and credential. As you can see here, operator is selecting few elements and also adding the access control, and here the employee ID. As I said earlier, Nedap has integrated a biometric enrollment button that will automatically call Idemia devices integrated within this software in order for the operator and the user to capture his data. As you can see in this example, the Morphowave Compact is selected. The user will only swipe his hands with a natural movement in order to capture his fingerprint. We proceed twice to maximize and to make sure the data is high in terms of quality. Once done, the system will synchronize the templates with the right device or the specific device in order for the user to go through the gate and have access via the Morphowave Compact. Please join me, Junaid, to go further in our journey.
Thank you, Zaki, and thank you for having a seamless integration with EOS where our users, which are visitor contractors and employees, can be enrolled from the same platform. Moving further, visitors are an integral part of any organization. And before I jump to that topic, here comes the next poll question. How many visitors does your organization host on a daily basis? Between 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 20 to 50, or more than 50? In a few seconds, you can see a quite variable results. And here we are going to end the poll. Well, so we see that visitors are an integral part of an organization. Now, usually we divide the visitors into two parts: pre-registered visitors or unannounced visitors. Ensuring not allowing the visitor to your organization sometimes can have an effect on the business continuity. So you have to let them come in. At the same time, the way visitors get treated might be a little bit different than how you treat your employees because they work for your organization. Now, in an ideal security system, our visitors can announce themselves through the software portal. They receive a QR code, and once they receive the QR code, they can just simply walk into the door. Of course, additional security measures can be deployed to see if they are wearing a mask or not, or if they are, what is the temperature before they get access inside. Let's have a small look into this video. A person is entering, he received the QR code. He just simply presented his QR code on the reader, which is embedded in the turnstile, and yeah. Now, of course, we also have another group of visitors, which are unannounced visitors. They can simply walk to the reception, and they can use one of the touchless technology to get access. That technology can be an immediate generated QR code, which they can receive on their phone, or a QR can also be printed on a paper. And that is a one-time paper which they are not going to assign to somebody else. Or they can just simply use a wave or a vision pass to handle the unannounced visitors. Now, keeping the visitors secure, implementing a touchless biometric technology is a must to keep your environment safe and secure. However, the new norm is to not allow the access of people who are not wearing a mask. And regardless they are visitors, contractors, and employees, they have to follow this procedure. In a good integrated system, that need to have an integrated solution for that. And here, I would like to invite Zaki once again to come and share some information how we can achieve this challenge with the best contactless biometric device.
Thank you, Junaid. So if you allow me once more, before going to our main feature, which is health mask, let me introduce you the Vision Pass in a few details. So first of all, the Vision Pass by Idemia has been awarded by the NIST at the latest FRVT, the Facial Recognition Vendor Test, Best Facial Recognition Biometric Device in the market. And we'll see together the reason for that. As you can see here, there is an embedded set of 3 cameras, 2D, 3D, and infrared camera that will generate a template with an impressive and unique performances. Let's go in 3 facts. First of all, identification performances. Regardless how challenging the light conditions are, regardless the skin color of the user, and regardless the face changes, haircut, goggles, or helmet, the identification and the performances are impressive. And this, thanks to our R&D team, with adding the artificial intelligence into our algorithm, has achieved this impressive performance. The second information is security. Indeed, thanks to the 3D camera sensor, the user, regardless, this sensor provides an anti-spoofing feature. This means that this device can cope with fake face detection, either in 2D or 3D manner. The latest fact I want to share with you is the speed. Indeed, the Vision Pass is able to store up to 40,000 users, and the identification speed happens in less than a second. We can go further in much more details. However, let's keep in mind today our main concern and main subject is how we can provide a hygienic solution in the access control. So let's go into the mask features. As I mentioned earlier, the facial recognition device have to cope with the new regulation that is put in place by many entities, as security managers, by leaders. Indeed, regardless the user wearing another mask, the facial recognition device should identify the user. Now, we see more and more health masks being mandatory in order to enter premises. Once again, the Vision Pass has this capability to make sure that the user or the visitor is wearing a mask. This feature will detect automatically on the user face if there is a mask or not. If not, a dynamic message will be displayed into the screen to inform the user to wear the mask. After that, the user can come again once more in front of the device to be identified with the mask and have access granted. Now, let's go back. We want to share with you a short video on how the Vision Pass is performing. Once more here, we are using a unique platform, which is EOS, no matter which Idemia biometric device, as it is fully integrated. The operator will again add a user or use an existing user and adding his biometric credential. Thanks to the Morpho biometric button integrated here, the software will call the enrollment device, the Vision Pass, and capture the data. As you can see here, we are displaying few information. And what is important, as I mentioned earlier, it is convenient for the user and the operator to be enrolled, as a dynamic message will be displayed, please go far, go closer, etc. Once done, the data will be pushed and synchronized with the specific or all the devices. As you can see here, in the near motion, there is a touchless solution, and I should say it is even beyond that, as it is frictionless. Indeed, the user does not need to stop in front of the device to be identified. He or she can keep walking where crossing the gate. So let me invite once more Junaid to go further in Nedap security solutions.
Thank you, Vision Pass by Idemia, in providing us an opportunity to keep our environment hygiene by detecting the people who are not wearing masks. So I need to have a mask, definitely. And providing an output to an access control system so we can restrict the access of those people. Now, what we have seen so far, the use of contactless biometric technology is important. Detecting the people not wearing a mask is quite important to have. Managing your visitors is definitely an important thing to do. However, there are few additional security measures that may need to be adopted to handle the challenges. And these are keeping your environment clean by having a hand sanitization integration, controlling temperature, controlling the number of people entering in a building, setting their presence time and the presence place. Let's go by one and see what these solutions are offering and how we can integrate them into the same security platform. Hand sanitization. Offices of the future are virus-free. A lot of developments are happening these days to keep your environment hygiene. Sterilization and preventive measures are getting adopted by different organizations, and they are becoming the core of a new security environment. Security leaders want to ensure that the people who have not sanitized their hand, they cannot enter in their facility. So what we offer is a person can walk to the dispenser, hand sanitization dispenser, a contactless, either a biometric technology or even a contactless QR code technology can identify the person. Person will get the required amount of gel and sanitize their hand. And once they are sanitized, the output will be sent to access control, and access control allow their access. Simple. Checking the temperature of the people who are entering in the organization. I remember some time ago, allowing the people with a high fever was not a challenge, but now it's a challenge. So what a good security system offer is to have an integration either with the devices, which is having a built-in temperature control, or to use a separate sensors that can connect to the same security platform and block the access of people if they are having a high temperature. And that's what you can see here. Now, another important mechanism or another important procedure is to limit the number of people who are entering in the building, no matter they are visitors, no matter they are contractors, or even no matter they are employees. And if you remember our previous poll questions, we have still see that some people are following the mixed approach to either work from office or home, or some people still prefer to work from home. This means still having a full capacity in an office, in an organization, in a building, or even in a floor is not recommended. The question here is how a good security system can help security leaders to implement this one. And here we have a solution. We can set the limit for different user groups. So we can say 15 employees, 5 contractors, and 5 visitors are allowed to access the building or to a specific zone or even a specific room. Now, if a person with a valid access tries to access the building and their category reaches to the maximum, so which is, for example, employee in this case, his access will be rejected. Now, as soon as somebody leaves the building, then the system will keep track of it and counter will go down and the access will be granted for the same person. The live counter exactly show you how many visitors, how many contractors, and how many employees are available in a specific zone, specific room, or in a specific building. Another important security measure is to limit the time that the people are going to spend in a room, in a meeting room, in a floor, in a zone, or even in a building. So a security system allows you to set the maximum presence time. And let's say in this case, the maximum presence time is 30. And as soon the person reaches to its maximum presence time, an alarm will be generated, sent to the security administrator, and the person has to leave the building. The next one is knowing who is in my building. That is an extremely important parameter to know who is in your building and to do a contact tracing for God forbid in case of any emergency or if the virus is detected. The building can be divided into the different zones, and a security administrator can exactly find out how many people are available in the different zone. Furthermore, they can also find out, I can get a list of the people either by email or I can just get this list automatically by printing it by using a normal finger printer. All right, so what we have seen so far, that we have different user groups, employees, contractors, vehicle, visitors, and we need to have one unified system who can address the needs, who can define a unified policies for them. We need to have more technologies rather than just an access control or biometric, which can help to complete the security circle and to keep the environment safe and secure. Now here, the need to have a one unified system, which is flexible and convenient to add, and along with the best of breed technologies, especially biometric, contactless biometric technology, is must for the security organization. And they should be scalable enough to grow along with an organization. Thanks to seamless integration between Idemia and Nedap, which ensure the business continuity by keeping it safe and secure, and with our promises to provide the best of breed security technologies.
Thank you, Junaid. Well, let me summarize Again, our goal today in this seminar is to provide you the most recommended system that should be deployed in a physical access control solution with this context of pandemic, but also with this back to normal context that many companies would like to welcome their employees and their visitors in a secure and hygienic manner. So let's move on now to the Q&A session. Please, for those who didn't have time to ask the question, please feel free to go to the Q&A tab and start writing your question. In the meantime, we share here with you, Junaid and myself contacts. If you need more details in some specific solution, hardware, or specific question, please feel free to share with us by email your requirements. So let's start.
Okay, we can see a lot of questions are coming up.
So,
all right, these are nice questions, Zaki.
yeah,
people want to know, do we have any limit in biometric device that can, how many users can be stored inside?
Yes, as each biometric hardware, there is a default limit. In the scenario that in this example of Vision Pass, the default database is 20,000 users. However, there is a possibility to increase the database of the device up to 40,000 today, and later it will be even up to 100,000.
Okay.
I have a question. I think this is for you, Junaid.
It seems like to me.
Yeah. This is regarding, let me summarize it, integration. What about if an existing system is deploying a biometric solution, and if you want to add to your system another biometric solution such as touchless, how is the integration process?
Yeah, I think the integration between Nedap and Idemia is at the software level, which means the both platforms are talking to each other. In the past, company used to do hardware level integration, but after some time, when there's an upgrade in the hardware, you need to revise your integration as well. Thanks to the software level integration concept that has been introduced from the both sides, making it ensures that even in the future, if the new devices are getting added to the platform, it will be supported to the same access control system.
Yes. So I see a question, I think it's for me. Does mask identification feature in Vision Pass increase FRR? So this is quite technical. FRR is a false rejection rate. So I think we need time to go in details in this question. I ask Nihal to share with me or to send me a separate email, and I will take time to explain her in detail. So yes, false rejection rate, for some people who wants to know, is giving a denied access for someone who should be identified. Okay, so there is a complex scenario, but we don't have time today to go into details.
All right, another question is how the Vision Pass connected physically to Nedap controller. It can be done on a different ways, but currently it is supporting on the vegan, and the next level is going to be an IP and OSTP. Let's take another question by Hamza. Can be integrated with own customer system? I don't know, like if you're talking about a biometric device or an access control, but I can tell you one thing, the both systems are based on an open architecture. So access control can definitely be integrated with the customer system, and I'm sure Idemia platform can also be.
Yeah, on the biometric side, of course, as I mentioned earlier, either there is an existing system that should be upgraded with the latest biometric technology. Idemia is flexible enough to be integrated with multiple systems. However, with some partners, and we have a deep relation, technical relation, where we make sure that our latest products are fully integrated with our partners, such as Nedap.
Nice. Another question. How long Nedap has a direct office in the Middle East? Yeah, Nedap has its direct sales and support office in the Middle East for over 15 years now. There is a wide range of enterprise clients who has been using in the government sector, high secure organizations across the GCC. The last one is, we are getting a lot of questions. Sorry, we have maybe some difficulty in reading that. Now, Ahmed asked a question, how do you integrate a system of access control which require using access card for access to testless with cost effective in the mind? Good question, Ahmed. And this is the flexibility and continuity that we spoke earlier. You don't need to replace your complete access control system if the devices are based on an open architecture from biometric side to an access control. They can be easily connected or integrated with each other. And the only thing that you need to do is, in case if you're using a normal card reader, you just need to replace those card reader.
Yeah, and let me, if you allow me, add one additional information. Let's say the existing cards that are deployed in some system, the idea is not to say avoid the cards. The idea is to say biometric alone is the best authentication mode. However, if any companies have existing cards, of course, Idemia biometric devices can cope with these cards and provide multiple authentication mode, biometric plus card plus PIN code, etc. So we are flexible enough to accept different technologies such as MyPair, iClass, proximity, etc.
There's a question by Amin. Is there a failover server on Nedap and Idemia? Certainly, yes. Failover is always can be achieved by using a third-party failover software. Failover is a neutral software, and which has been not only used by security systems, but it's a must for all IT systems. Your Google, your Hotmail, and your other environments are using. So what we ensure is all the third-party failover softwares are fully compatible with Nedap and Idemia. And then still we have a lot of questions, but just one more from Mohammed Shah. Can the integration will be done by using Windows Active Directory with other system? Yes, at least in EOS we support complete integration with an Active Directory, and so yes, this is possible.
So I think there's let's pick the last question. Is there any development at the moment if the Vision Pass can be operated by PoE? So this is someone who knows Vision Pass. Yes. So for the moment, the Vision Pass is only power supply, direct power supply, due to the let's say the need of the power for our motherboard and let's say a system that requires a huge amount of energy in order to proceed in a best and efficient way. On the roadmap till today, there is some question how we can improve some requirements from the market, and PoE Plus is one of them. So yes, we are thinking about this feature. However, I cannot commit today to tell you when it will happen. But again, send me an email, and as soon as I have the information, we will share it with you, and you will be aware if the Vision Pass will have this feature in the coming month or next year.
Thank you, Zaki. And by the way, just to add, you can still use Nedap controller, which is having a PoE and a PoE Plus option till the time Idemia will come with the PoE devices.
Let me summarize. All our devices are PoE. Only the Vision Pass that require a huge amount of energy is not yet PoE Plus.
All right, thank you. So we can see still a lot of people have questions, but due to the limitation of time, we may not be able to answer the question. However, we are going to take a note of all questions, and we are going to personally reach you one by one to answer all the unanswered questions. And in case if you want to know any more details about the integration and how it works, and etc., you can definitely see our email addresses. Zaki and myself would be always available. We both are based in UAE. So in case if you want to have any discussion, you can always do that. With this note, I would like to thank you once again for joining us today. We have almost reached to the last part, and as I said, in case you have more questions, you can always call us, you can send us an email, and we wish you all a very good day.
And the same thing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.